is part 2. Woo! Welcome back, and if it's your first time here, welcome. Why are you watching part 2? Go and watch part 1 first, silly Billy. Straight into the video. Here I am just buffing off the top coat that I put on that yesterday when I was doing this set for the first time. I went to bed afterwards because it was very late. I'm just going to buff off the top coat so we can get into the fun part of doing the lines and then adding that bling bling. Giving them a wipe down with some alcohol just to get rid of that dust that we've made, because dust is not our friend, no siree. Taking this as an opportunity as always to push the cuticles back a little bit and get that dust out of the side walls, get right in there. And we are ready to rock and roll. So let's get some paint. I'm just using a little bit of foil as my palette because all of the lovely ones that I have bought or been gifted I have ruined because I never wipe the paint off in time. I leave them in front of the lamp. I walk away and forget about them when it sets, and it's just horrible. So I'm just showing you the colours I'm using. It's the same Mardi Gras that we put in the French tip yesterday, and then some bright white, and they're both from G Elite. Just showing you my lovely brushes from Erin. Right, I never know how to pronounce this. It looks like Earl but with an S. So I don't know how you say it. Anyway, gonna blob a little bit of the white gel paint onto the foil, our lovely makeshift palette, and then I'm gonna load my brush up. And I don't know why I'm opening this already. We're not using that yet, but okay, let's do that. I'm being prepared, getting everything ready. Okay, so you'll see me use my liner brush to start off with, which is a mistake. I think I draw one line. I think it's because I didn't actually know what I was going to do at this point. I thought I was going to draw some lines, and then I decided that I was going to do swirls instead. And it's easier to do swirls with a shorter brush. Little tip there if you didn't know, like I didn't at this moment in time, and I'm regretting my choices. We'll just struggle a little bit with this brush and then we'll swap over. I might speed this up because, you know, who needs to see that? And here we are, swapping over to the other brush because I'm a silly sausage. And the brush that I am going to use now is called Bestie. I think the other one was called Erin's Favourite, I think it was called. Basically, the Erin's Favourite is a liner, and this one, Bestie, is more like a detail brush. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know. But yeah, that's what we're using, and I'm using that to just tidy up that line that I did with the liner brush. I say line, swirl, semicircle, whatever you want to call it. It goes on a lot better with this brush because it's a curve. So you're going to do that. I'm going to speed this up because I'm going to do the exact same thing on every finger. And I'll be back in a minute to talk some more nonsense. So the idea here was to flash cure each line in between so I wouldn't smudge it, but in the process I put my finger in it because I'm a dipshit. I mean a dipstick, yeah. So thankfully I just took a little bit off, I didn't move it around too much, so I'm just filling in the bit that I wiped off with my finger, and then we will then again try to flash cure it without destroying it. And then we'll try and do that successfully on the next finger without sticking our fingers through it and messing it up. You see how much easier it is with this Bestie brush instead of the liner brush. I'm getting it on there a lot quicker because I'm not fighting with the long bristle. I'm going to do this on the next two fingers as well, and I'll speed it up a little bit because it's just a simple line. You've seen me do it once, you've seen me do it a million times. Unfortunately, I may repeat myself in this video because this is maybe the second or third time that I've had to do the voiceover because it got deleted. So that's probably why I sound a bit loopy as well. But anyway, I am adding an extra little squiggle to each of these fingers because I felt like it needed a bit more. It is like lovely how just adding these little lines can just jazz them up so much. I mean, they were fine before. We could have left them as they were. I'm sure some people would have been happy with that, but I just feel like an extra 5 minutes and they just look so much more luxurious and expensive, and that's what we want. Fancy ass nails. I'm just wiping that white off my brush so we can go in with the Mardi Gras. And I am going to just go around the same lines again, so same shapes, right on, not on top but next to, just to add a little bit of sparkle. Not sure if I've said this already, so I'll say it again just in case. Have you noticed when I am doing lines with these brushes, what I do is I load up my brush with polish and then I wipe off the excess, just so I don't have to keep going back in. You get a nice clean line. There's nothing worse than starting to draw a line and then your brush gets all dry and then you get streak marks. You just want to have a nice solid line. So yeah, look, load it up, just dab off the excess and then get to it for gorgeous lines. And we're just going to do the same. We're going to go over all of those white lines, just drawing the pink Mardi Gras just alongside it to make it look sexy. Once we've done that, we're going to give it a full 60-second cure. The G Elite polishes do only need 30 seconds, but you know, I'm a bit extra. So I'm just cleaning my brush off again, and I'm just showing you, if you want to make your brushes last a long time, it's best not to keep cleaning them in alcohol, and definitely not acetone, unless of course you've left them out and they've dried up, or you've left it near your lamp and it's absolutely necessary. But if you don't need to do that, instead of wiping it in alcohol, if you just put a little bit of base coat or top coat on your palette and just drag your brush through it and keep wiping it off until whatever colour's on there is gone, and then put a little bit more on there just so it's not dry, and put it away from light so it doesn't set and go hard, it will stay a lot nicer for a lot longer. After I did that, I realised that I did not want to leave this fun plain, so I wasted my time cleaning my brush, but oh well. You learned a little lesson. If you didn't know that already, you probably did. I'm probably late to that little party. Anyway, I am drawing these white lines on, and I'm doing it completely different to the other fingers now. I decided I wanted to do something a bit funkier because, well, why not? So what I'm about to do is one of my favourite effects. I haven't seen it too many times other than by me. I'm sure someone else has probably done it, but you know, let's flatter ourselves and pretend that I came up with this idea. So where we've got the reverse French and then I've put the Mardi Gras underneath, I've put a layer of clear over the top of the Acrygel that we were using before, and that kind of gives a little bit of a 3D effect when you paint it on top of it. So we've got like a thick clear bit, and then where I'm painting these white lines on top, once we've got our top coat on, there'll be a shadow underneath these white lines. You can't see it probably straight away in the video, you'll see it better in the pictures depending on where the light is, but it's just a really lovely effect, and well, I think so. In my humble opinion, I hope you like it too. So let's get on with it. Now I know you're probably looking at these thinking, well, they look alright, don't they? Well, that's probably enough. We've done quite a bit. We could leave it at that. But this is the Nuclear Nail Bomb channel and they're not explosive enough. So we're gonna add some bling. I'm going in with my Macar, I want to say Bling glue, it's not called Bling glue. It's, I think crystal adhesive or rhinestone gel, it's called, something like that. I'll link it down below. And I'm using my very glamorous stone picker that I've had for maybe 4 years. Yeah. It was once pink and sparkly, it's now kind of yellow and has like gel all on it, and it's just not very pretty. I should probably get a new one. And I'm getting all my bling out. Bling bling, money ain't a thing. But these did cost a lot of money. Some of them are Swarovskis, some of them aren't. I'm a bit sour about this whole thing that we're not going to be able to use Swarovskis on our nails anymore, but whatever. There are plenty of alternatives out there. They're a lot cheaper. I guess I'll just have to trial and error. If you know of any brilliant alternatives, do let me know. I've heard of this thing called Preciosa or something like that, so maybe might give those a try, but I've got plenty to keep me going for now. I'll be better about it later. So I'm just blinging up my thumb, adding some pink stones. This is a lovely little opal pink that I have. I can't remember where I got it from. It's not a Swarovski. I don't think we're using any Swarovskis in this set. I don't think so. I'm adding more and more, and I'm just going to keep going until I think that it's enough. And I'm going to let you watch. I find it quite satisfying. And I'll be back soon. Enjoy. I was gone all of 5 seconds. I missed you. I'm back. So I'm just going around with this brush to make sure there's not any of that gel on my skin. As you might have seen where I was just pushing all the stones around, getting them where I want, which is another great thing about this gel. It's not like when you use glue and you've got to like hurry up and do it before it sets. You can move these around and play around until you like the way they're sitting, which is good with, I like to do with Bling, because I'm not one of those people that plans things out. I just kind of wing it. But so once I'm happy with that, I'm just going to flash cure it and then start adding more bling to the other fingers, because you can never have too much. Perfect example there. I've put some little pink stones on and then decided it was too much, so I took them off. Yes, I admit it was too much. Then I'm using my brush just to clean up around those stones, because I did move them around a lot. I felt like there was a lot of the crystal gel kind of smeared across my nail, and when we put our top coat on, we don't want it to look all lumpy and bumpy, so wipe that off. And then onto the little finger. And then, it's time for top coat. I'm using my 2-in-1 from GLE. It's my favourite. It's a base coat and a top coat. You just got to wipe it if you're using it as top coat. Getting right up close to those crystals, but never on top. Don't ever put top coat on top of your crystals. Oh, please. It's criminal. But this is one of my favourite bits of the set. Putting on the top coat so you can see all that sparkle in all its glory underneath there. Loading it up, getting right up. You do want to get your top coat right up to the edge of your stones, especially if you've used a gel adhesive, because they quite often have a tacky layer and you don't want to be getting dust and whatnot stuck in there. Also, by going right up to the edge, you're sealing any gaps, which will make it a lot less likely for you to get your hair caught in it, because that is really irritating. Running your fingers through your hair and they get all stuck in the stones and it hurts. we don't want that. You don't want to do it to your clients either. They're always right up to the edge of your bling. And here we are. Put on some cuticle oil because my fingers are looking dusty. And I absolutely love this set. I hope you like them too. Please let me know in the comments if you do like them. And if you do recreate or you use any of these products, please tag me. I'd love to see. And I will see you in the next video. If you could give this a like, comment, subscribe, whatever you can do to just help boost the engagement on my videos, because I don't have any followers. Please, I just want to be loved. So yeah, it was thank you for watching. If you did make it this far, I really appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye bye for now. Look at those shadows.